My name is Francesca Zambello, and I am the director.
I'm Alan Menken. I'm the composer of The Little Mermaid.
Most of my career, since I began directing almost 30 years ago, has been more based in Europe than in the United States. I've worked a great deal in opera. In the last decade, I began to work more and more in musicals.
The first work of mine that people would, that really brought me to people's attention and Howard Ashman was Little Shop of Horrors. Then Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and Pocahontas and Hunchback of Notre Dame and Hercules and A Christmas Carol.
My name is Doug Wright and I'm the book writer for The Little Mermaid.
My name's Stephen Mear. I'm the choreographer of the show.
I'm Glenn Slater. I'm the, co-lyricist on the show.
I'm probably best known for a play called I Am My Own Wife. My first real book to a musical was Grey Gardens.
I think I'm more known, obviously, in London. I've done 8 West End shows, choreographed 8 West End shows. I was in 8 West End shows. I was an assistant for a few years to Susan Stroman.
I think that's one of the greatest challenges about it. How do you create a visual world that will work on stage and at the same time suggest everything from a prince's castle to an entire world thousands of leagues beneath the surface of the sea?
I think having worked in opera so much where most of the time we're not in reality, it was very easy to envisage this world with my designers.
These are people that are working on this production that have done more musicals than the biggest musical theater directors on Broadway. They put on new operas every year.
George Seepin's sets look so exciting, and I know Natasha Katz as a lighting designer is brilliant, and so I think there's going to be a incredible world created.
As soon as you say Little Mermaid on stage, everybody wants to know, oh my God, how are they going to do underwater on stage? And for a long time working on this project, we would be writing and looking at each other and say, we have no idea how this is going to be done. And to her credit, Francesca has come up with a visual vocabulary for this, which is very unexpected and very exciting.
I know when she sat down with Disney, she said, we're not filling the stage with water because this ain't Cirque du Soleil, and we're not flying all those mermaids either. I've got some other ideas.
It's going to be amazing. I feel like it's going to, like when because you're going to be above ground and underground. It takes place above ground and below ground. So it's, when you're below ground, I feel like it's just going to look like a huge, like aquarium, you know? It's like, we're going to look like we're underwater.
And it looks beautiful. It's all glass, and it gives an underwater effect, and the lighting can change it so we can use some of the stuff on land as well. So what Ariel sees underwater, she also sees it on land, but in a different color and different textures.
There's a feeling of water everywhere on the stage at all times, and then when we get up to the surface, there's that break, so that you can definitely see a break between that.
I knew that the biggest question mark was really, how do people live and look and move underwater?
Because it's different to watch a human trying to figure out how to move without your legs, and that was something I was thinking about before we started rehearsals. I was like, how are we going to, without knowing how they're going to do it, how am I going to move without my legs?
When I first heard about how we were getting around, it was like a dog that kind of goes, really? But then after I saw one of the run-throughs of what we did, I saw this amazing choreography that was happening, and then I saw how people were scooting away like fish.
Ariel, Sierra, was gliding around the other day, and she had her rehearsal,
costume on.
part of her rehearsal, and if you it looked like she was a mermaid, and she was sitting 5 feet away from me. So I'm really excited.
I think we're creating a world with the actors that is very real, but in a world that is sort of dreamlike and watery, and very excited to see it come together.
It's like a feast for the senses. It's a huge light show, and the pieces, there's lots of suggestions of, rather than realistic things, because the more realistic a set becomes sometimes, it often gets in the way of the actor's ability to help create this world around us.
Part of the big imagination factor has to come from the audience as well, and I think we're giving them a spectacular world under the water, but it has no flying and no real water or anything very literal.
You use your imagination, and we as actors are using our imaginations, and it's not hitting the audience over the head with, we're fish and we're mermaids, it's so beautifully done.
It really looks like we're swimming. I mean, it really is. It's astounding. I cannot wait to see it. We'll have to look from the wings, but
yeah.